Hi there, I've got a question here from Therese, and Therese is asking about salt tablets, salt tabs, and are they a must for ultramarathons, or is it okay just to be eating salty foods? What are my thoughts? Well, Therese, thank you very much for the question, and from my personal perspective, the whole idea of taking more salt tabs because to be replacing the electrolytes that you're losing while you're running, from my personal perspective, largely overrated. Why do I say that? Well, pure and simple is that if the type of salt that you take, well, the important factor is the type of salt involved. If you're talking about generally salty foods, you're talking about the type of salt that contains a large amount of sodium. And the same thing as far as the type of salt tab that you choose as well. If it contains a large amount of sodium, the problem with it is that sodium tends to get stored by the body more easily. And for every gram of sodium that you ingest, or for every ounce of sodium that you ingest for the Americans, for every ounce of sodium, that ounce of sodium is going to latch onto 10 ounces of fluid. And only once you sweat that ounce of sodium out of your body again will that ounce of sodium release the remaining 10 ounces of fluid back into your system. To my mind, I would be looking at, especially during the course of an ultra, for electrolyte replacement, be looking at something that contains much more potassium than sodium. Well, the simple reason is that the potassium isn't stored inside the body long term like what sodium is doing, so any excess potassium will be flushed effectively straight through the system. And so from my perspective is that instead of looking at salt tabs as far as my electrolyte intake would be concerned, is I would just simply be cramming in more bananas. And also as far as a post-run drink, make up a nice big smoothie of bananas and water and maybe some vanilla drops into there or something along those lines, but increase my potassium intake, and then through the action of running sweat out more of the sodium and use the potassium to be able to maintain my electrolyte levels. Personally, that's what I'd be doing. Feel free, everybody, to post your comments and questions on the matter down below. Don't forget to share this out amongst your running friends. Also, thumbs up if you like this type of video content, thumbs down if not. That way I know what type of content to be putting out in the future. And also, last but by no means least, don't forget to click that red subscribe button down there as well. That way you can stay subscribed to my channel for all of the new content that I put out on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Stay carved up for the win out there. I'll see you next time. Cheers.